Alright, so this is going to be a new tutorial series on lighting and rendering and shading. So I have this project open. I'm going to go to in here. These are just little notes that I'm going to share with the class. So the first part is part 0, 2 perspective camera setup, and this video is gonna be only about this, and the next video is only gonna be about this, and the next video is only gonna be about this, and blah 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 blah. So that's basically the setup. All right, so you're gonna want to open this file. It's called intro lighting shading rendering 0, and I had set it up into a new project directory, project 3, lighting shading rendering product model. By now everyone should know how to do this. Okay, so again, make sure to have a new project directory, project 3. So this should be a new project directory. All right, so I'm inside here. I'm gonna click on this, part 1, perspective camera, basic coordinates. And let me just do that, and do some of this, maybe zoom in a bit. So here we are in the perspective cam, right? You wanna select it. You can click on here, see, or in the outliner you could click it there. Again, that's this little icon. Here we are, and basically just punch in these numbers: 0, 35, 141.663, -4, 0, and 0. Basically all it is that the camera, like the camera is here, you don't see it here, right? You don't see the cameras, but it's there, the perspective cam. And I move it around and blah 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 and set it up so that it's looking straight ahead onto our subject. That's all that is. And also by now everyone should be comfortable about the perspective camera in terms of the channel box and inputting the values, that these coordinates. All right, so that's that part. All right, so that was 3 minutes. Next is this right here. Let me just make it a bit bigger. All right, so this here is the for the perspective camera, right? By the way, don't move the camera. Oh, with that in mind, in here, part 1 is this. Clicking on that, which is here, gate mask, no, gate, resolution gate, right? Resolution gate, that one right there. Pop. See how I subtly shifted or shuffled the camera where it can see a little bit more up here, right? So that's normal. Then is part 2, gate mask. This is the gate mask for the perspective camera. Boom. So that it kind of masks out the other areas, so we only see this part. This resolution gate is what will be rendered during lighting and rendering and shading and yada yada yada. So this is critically important, as well as making sure everything here is locked in. Then finally part 3, you want to lock it. Boom. So now the perspective camera, it's grayed out, so I cannot move it at all. I'm gonna do that. Then part 3, right, is replacing top cam with a new perspective cam. I'll explain why as well. I'm gonna zoom in on this bad boy right here. Right. So what that means is that let me just do this. I have limited space. So I have my perspective cam, but I need an additional camera to set up the, to work around in, right? And to place my area lights and blah, 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 blah. But it's hard to do that if my perspective camera is locked out. Hence the reason why I need to make a new working camera. That is a perspective camera. So in here, basically, I'm going to use the top orthographic camera, right? And I'm going to replace it. So in here, panels, perspective, new, boom. And this is a new perspective camera. Only thing is that you don't get to see the view cube, the compass, whereas in here you can. And then lastly is this. This is what it should look like. Perspective 1, perspective, and that's what we have. So that was like only 7 minutes. Yep, so that's good.